The Robertson County Commission held their October meeting on October 15th, 2012, a meeting of about an hour and a half. We began the evening with the invocation by Sheriff Holt. We honored Denise Robertson for being Tennessee's 4-H Volunteer of the Year. Very proud of Denise and what she has meant to 4-H, not just in Robertson County, but throughout the state. There were no elections or appointments or public hearings. We did spend approximately an hour hearing an explanation of new mapping and new addressing done by E911 by Kathy Lowe and Dee Dee Perry of the E911 office, and there was a number of questions raised by commissioners who had received numerous calls and questions from people who read the article in the Robertson County Times last week and were concerned about how this will change their personal addresses and their driver's license and all the things around that. But for about an hour, they explained it to the best of their ability, and I think very effectively. And of course, the final decision of that rests with the E911 board, which will hold their meeting on Tuesday, October 16th for the month of October, so I'm sure there'll be a great deal of discussion about that. There were speed limit signs set for Walker Road, and then the second resolution dealt with a resolution that had actually been defeated in the September meeting, and that was the preliminary expenses for the new Springfield Elementary School. This was $20,000, which would do the very preliminary architectural work and topographical work at the elementary school that's going to be built one day across from Highland Crest College. We're probably a couple of years away from construction, but the Commission wanted to affirm the decision made by the Board of Education, and I think by a 19-4 margin they approved that resolution. Then we got into a resolution about emergency dispatch. For some months now, it's been a matter of contention between Springfield and White House and Robertson County about the total cost of dispatch. We entered into a dispatch arrangement with those two cities back in 2010, and the cities have been concerned, especially over the past year, that they were paying a disproportionate share of the cost of dispatch. In fact, in September, Springfield presented us a resolution that basically said they were withdrawing from the arrangement by the 1st of November. Tonight, the Commission approved a resolution asking Springfield and White House for a 120-day freeze on that suspension of services to give us a chance to appoint committees from both cities and the county to study the issues and possibly bring in some unbiased eyes to help us formulate the data that we need to make an important decision about that. So hopefully we have delayed that until the next year, till the new year, and we can meet on several occasions with them. There were also three budget amendments, all of which passed without any opposition. Surplus property was declared at EMS, and then toward the very end of the meeting, the two county commissioners who would serve on the 911 discussion board for Robertson County, which is Commissioners Lanny Adcock and James Bowens, were chosen by the body. I'd like to remind everyone in Robertson County that we'll be celebrating Veterans Day this year on Monday, November 12th. And in honor of our veterans, there will be a brief ceremony on the east side of the courthouse steps at 11 a.m. that day. I know there's also a commemoration scheduled for White House Heritage High School that morning at 9, but our main celebration countywide will be at 11 o'clock on November 12th. Hope that you'll turn out and come out for that event as we honor our veterans. So we appreciate you taking time to see the Robertson County Commission. As I said at the beginning of the meeting, we made history tonight by, for the first time, being on the World Wide Web live. So if you'd like to see a review of that, you can go to www.justnorthofnashville.com and see the Commission meeting anytime at your convenience, but it's historic that we're able to present it on the web throughout the world live for the first time. So thanks for joining us for the October meeting. We hope to see you back here for the November 19th meeting.